Have you ever done something and then wondered, why did I just do that? By understanding that we are prone to self-deception, we can start to align our actions more closely with our ethical ideals. In conclusion, the truth is, we might not be as ethical as we believe, but recognizing this can be the first step towards genuine ethical behavior. It's about aligning our actions with our true ethical standards, not just the ones we think we uphold. Chapter 5 of Blind Spots is titled When We Behavior. Have you ever seen someone litter and just walk past without saying anything? Or maybe a coworker skips a rule and everyone pretends not to notice? It happens more often than you might think. Why do we do this? Well, it's often about avoiding conflict or discomfort. Speaking up can be hard, especially when it might disturb the peace or our relationships. Imagine you know a friend has exaggerated their qualifications on a resume. It's easier to ignore it than confront them, right? But every time we choose silence, they're profitable. This behavior can set a precedent, subtly encouraging employees to prioritize profit over ethics, even if that's not written in any rulebook. The gap between an organization's stated values and its actual practices can be wide. So, relying solely on an organization to guide our ethical behavior might not be enough. Therefore, real change begins with individual actions. While it's great to have organizational support, ethics are lived daily by each of us, in every decision we make. We can't just rely on the organization. We have to be proactive in upholding our values. Chapter 7 is titled, Why We Fail to Fix Our Corrupted Institutions. It's easy to think that if something is broken, especially in big institutions, someone else will fix it. But when everyone thinks that way, guess what? Nothing changes. Often, we see issues in our workplaces or governments that need addressing, but the scale of these problems can be daunting. It's like seeing a leak in a dam and thinking a piece of tape will do nothing to stop the flood. Imagine that you notice that your company often takes financial shortcuts that aren't exactly ethical. Or maybe you see that certain people get preferential treatment when hiring. Speaking up seems risky, and staying silent feels easier. But here's the kicker. Change doesn't need to start with a revolution. It starts when individuals take small, consistent actions. It's about doing what you can where you are with what you have. Therefore, institutions isn't just a task for the higher than all of us. By stepping up, questioning, and initiating small changes, we can start to mend the larger system. The final chapter of Blind Spots is titled Narrowing the Gap, Interventions for Improving Ethical Behavior. To start, improving ethical behavior isn't just about wanting to be better. It involves equipping ourselves with the right tools and strategies. Think of these tools like a mirror, a compass, and a map. The mirror helps us see our real selves, not just the version we want to see. The compass guides our decisions, keeping us on the right path. And the map? It helps us navigate complex ethical landscapes. Here's how it works in real life. Imagine you're faced with a tough choice at work. Instead of rushing to a decision, you take a moment to reflect, like looking in that mirror. Maybe you consult with a mentor, using them as your ethical compass. And you discuss options with your team, mapping out the consequences of each choice. But it's not just about individual actions. Organizations can help too, by implementing training sessions, fostering open discussions on ethics, and creating feedback mechanisms that encourage ethical behavior. In conclusion, narrowing the ethical behavior gap is achievable with the right set of tools and a commitment to use them. It's about being proactive, thoughtful, and intentional in our actions. Thanks for watching. If you found this series helpful, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below.
In a world that can't stop talking, Susan Cain released an influential book titled Quiet, a book that comprises the 10 amazing powers of an introvert. Susan Cain wrote this book to open our eyes to the strengths and contributions of introverts in a society that often seems biased toward extroverts. Whether you consider yourself an introvert, an extrovert, or somewhere in between, understanding the insights in this book can enrich your interactions, help you leverage your own strengths, and help you appreciate the differences in others. In each chapter of this summary, we'll break down the key ideas and show you how these insights can be applied in everyday life. From enhancing your communication skills to rethinking leadership and understanding how environments influence our behavior, there's something valuable for you at any instance. So, if you're willing to challenge how you think about personality and discover how great quieter qualities can lead to a fuller, more balanced life, hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to ensure you don't miss any of this series. Let's get started and discover the quiet strength within each of us. Imagine walking down a busy city street in the early 1900s. The world was changing fast, and so was what people valued in each other. Back then, being likable and magnetic became more important than ever. This shift marked the rise of what Susan Cain calls the extrovert ideal. The idea that being social, bold, and assertive is the recipe for success. In schools and workplaces, the most admired weren't necessarily the smartest or the most thoughtful. Instead, those who spoke up confidently and made sure they were noticed often got ahead. But why did this happen? Cain points out a big reason: the shift from a culture of character to a culture of personality. People used to value honor, integrity, and hard work. Over time, those qualities took a backseat to charisma, charm, and other flashy traits. So what's the takeaway from Chapter 1? It's crucial to recognize that this preference for extroversion often overlooks the deep thinkers, the innovators who do their best work behind the scene. It's about balance, valuing different personalities and recognizing that quiet power is just as important as the loud. Chapter 2 of Susan Cain's Quiet is titled The Myth of Charismatic Leadership, the Culture of Personality 100 Years Later. In this chapter, Susan Cain takes us back over a century to show how the culture of personality grew. Leaders weren't always picked for their flashiness. It used to be about their mark and their ability to lead quietly but effectively. Cain argues that we should rethink our obsession with charisma. True leadership involves listening, thinking deeply, and sometimes leading from behind. It's about making everyone feel heard and empowered, not just following the loudest voice. So what can we take away from this chapter? It's important to value different types of leadership. A great leader isn't always the one who talks the most or shines the brightest. Sometimes the best leaders are the ones who guide quietly and with care. Chapter 3 of Susan Cain's Quiet is titled When Collaboration Kills Creativity: The Rise of the New Groupthink and the Power of Working Alone. In this chapter, Cain explains how, historically, the deepest thinkers and most innovative creators all worked alone. From Isaac Newton, solitude allowed deep focus, free from the noise and distractions of group setting. Cain's message is clear. While collaboration has its place, It's crucial to balance it with time for solitary thought. Embracing quiet can lead to breakthroughs that noisy groups might never reach. So, what's our takeaway from Chapter 3? Don't be afraid to step back and find your quiet space. Great ideas often start in silence. Think about how you can incorporate more alone time into your creative process. Chapter 4 of Quiet is titled Temperament, Destiny, Nature, Nurture, and the Orchid Hypothesis. In this chapter, Susan Cain asks if our temperament is set in stone from birth, or does our environment shape who we become? Think about this. When a baby is born, are they already programmed to be introverted or extroverted, or does the way they're raised play a bigger role? Susan Cain introduces us to this debate by discussing how both our genetics and our environments significantly influence who we are. Now, let's talk about something fascinating called the orchid hypothesis. Like orchids, some people are highly sensitive to their environments. They might struggle in harsh conditions, but under the right care, they can thrive spectacularly. Maybe even more so than those who are less sensitive. So, what's our big lesson from Chapter 4? It's that being sensitive or introverted isn't about destiny, it's about potential. Whether you're an orchid or a dandelion, understanding and embracing how you interact with the world can unlock your unique strengths. Chapter 5 of Quiet, titled Beyond Temperament, the Role of Free Will, and the Secret of Public Speaking for Introverts. Here, Susan questions how much control do we really have over our introverted or extroverted tendencies? And what's the secret for introverts to excel at public speaking? Ever felt like your quiet nature is something you're just born with? Well, Cain suggests something uplifting. While our temperament lays the foundation, we actually have the power to decide how we act, regardless of our natural inclinations. Now let's look at a scenario many of us dread: public speaking. For introverts, this can feel like a massive challenge. But guess what? There's a secret to mastering it, and it's not about transforming into an extrovert. Here are Cain's tips for introverts on public speaking. Number 1, prepare thoroughly. Know your material inside and out. Number 2, find your passion. Talk about things that matter deeply to you. Number 3, reframe the experience. Think of it as sharing information with friends, not performing. Number 4, practice in safe spaces. Start small and build your confidence. What can we take from Chapter 5? It's that being an introvert isn't a fixed fate. We have the choice to stretch our comfort zones and develop skills in areas like public speaking, all while staying true to our core self. Chapter 6 of Quiet is titled Franklin Was a Politician, but Eleanor Spoke Out of Conscience. The impact of introversion and extroversion on our lives. In this chapter, Susan explains the fascinating difference between two famous personalities, Franklin D. Roosevelt, the extrovert, and Eleanor Roosevelt, the introvert. What can their stories teach us about the impact of our own introverted or extroverted traits on our lives? Franklin D. Roosevelt, known for his charismatic leadership and public presence, and Eleanor Roosevelt, who, though more reserved, pushed for deep social changes out of a strong personal conviction. Their differences in temperament highlight how both introverts and extroverts can make significant impacts in their own unique ways. Susan Cain uses these historical figures to show us that while extroverts may naturally command the spotlight, introverts influence the world through deep thought and moral commitment. This tells us that neither trait is better or worse. They're just different paths to making a difference. This chapter encourages us to appreciate and leverage both introverted and extroverted traits. Chapter 7 of Quiet is titled Soft Power, Asian Americans and the Extrovert Ideal. This chapter explores cultural differences in the perception of introversion and extroversion, particularly in the context of Asian American experiences. In this chapter, Susan talks on the concept of soft power and how different cultures, specifically Asian American communities, view the traits of introversion and extroversion. Susan introduces us to the idea of soft power, the quiet, understated form of influence that doesn't rely on overt force or outspokenness, but on persuasion, cooperation, and subtle influence. It's a powerful approach that often goes unnoticed in cultures celebrating the loud forms of power. This chapter challenges both Asian Americans and others to consider how different cultural values affect individual behavior and success. It encourages all of us to recognize and embrace various forms of power and influence, appreciating that there isn't just one right way to be successful. Chapter 8 of Quiet, titled When Should You Act More Extroverted Than You Really Are? This chapter offers practical advice for introverts on when it might be beneficial to adopt a more extroverted demeanor. In this chapter, we will explore a really interesting question. When should introverts act more extroverted? See it as a practical guide for many of us who lean towards introversion, but find ourselves in situations where a sprinkle of extroversion could be beneficial. First off, let's understand why this flexibility can be useful. Adapting to be more extroverted can help introverts make new connections, lead teams effectively, and advocate for themselves or their ideas in high-stakes environments. But how can you do this without feeling inauthentic? Here are Kane's tips. Number 1, set clear goals. Know why you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Number 2, prepare mentally. Visualize success and rehearse scenarios where you might need to be more outspoken. Number 3, take small steps. Start with short interactions and build your confidence over time. Number 4, recharge. After extroverting, give gap. How to talk to members of the opposite type. This chapter addresses effective ways for introverts and extroverts appreciate deeper conversations over small talk and might need a bit of quiet to recharge. Extroverts, on the other hand, might enjoy lively discussions and seek out social to energize. Here are some top sides communicate better. Number 1, recognize that each style brings its own strengths to a conversation. Number 2, give and take space. Extroverts give introverts the space to express themselves without pressure. Introverts try to share your thoughts more spontaneously when you can. Number 3, adjust Recognize and respect the differences in energy levels and processing times. Number 3, find common ground. Focus on shared interests or goals to build a deeper connection. Now, let's talk about the little ones. Raising an introverted child in a loud world can be challenging. Cain offers some wonderful guidance on how parents and educators can help these children thrive. Here's how you can support the quiet kids. Number 1, encourage their interests. Whether it's reading, drawing, or studying bugs, support their passions. Number 2, teach them to advocate for themselves. Help them express their needs and preferences in their own way. Number 3, model and teach social skills. Introverted doesn't mean antisocial. Even quiet kids can learn to navigate social situations comfortably. Chapter 10 of Quiet reminds us that whether we're dealing with adults or children, understanding and respecting different personality types can lead to more effective communication and richer relationships. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever faced communication challenges with someone of a different personality type? How did you manage to bridge the gap? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insightful content. Remember, great communication starts with understanding each other's differences.
Do you know that nearly 7 out of 10 startups hit a dead end? Yes, that is a real fact, and I believe you have been nervous about starting your own business. Don't get me wrong, because 90% of the people searching for this book have the same issue. So forget the fear of failing. These pages will show you how to transform your doubts into a winning strategy. There are no assurances in business, but I am giving you the keys to resilience, adaptation, and the confidence that your hustle will not just survive, but thrive. The book I am talking about is none other than Your Next 5 Moves by Patrick Bet-David. See this book as your treasure map for making smart decisions and winning in life. Whether you're dreaming of starting your own business or just want to be awesome at everyday things, Your Next 5 Moves is an expensive guidebook for you. Guess what? We have summarized the book of about 272 pages in 10 minutes. Therefore, get comfy and let's explore it together. By the end, you'll be armed with some cool strategies that could make a real difference in your life. If you are as excited as I am, hit the like and subscribe button so we can get started with the first move. Chapter 1 explains your first step, discovering the foundation of success. Understand yourself. This chapter is a journey into the heart of self-awareness in business and life. So, what does it mean to understand yourself? It's all about peering into your inner world. This chapter takes us through the importance of self-reflection, identifying our strengths and weaknesses, and understanding our personal values. It's a powerful reminder that our business strategies should mirror who we are at our core. For example, if you're planning your career or business strategy, instead of just looking outward, this chapter urges us to look inward. Ask yourself, what motivates me? What are my core values? How do my strengths shape my business approach? It's like putting together a puzzle where each piece is a part of you. The chapter goes deeper. It's not just about knowing yourself now, but also about who you want to become. It links self-awareness to decision-making, showing how a deep understanding of oneself leads to better, more strategic decisions. It's about aligning your goals with your personal journey, ensuring that your path is both effective and fulfilling. So, the big takeaway from Chapter 1 is that understanding yourself is the foundation of all great business strategies. It's about combining the knowledge of who you are with where you want to go, setting the stage for not just success but fulfillment in your professional and personal life. Number 2 of your next 5 moves is solve problems effectively. Chapter 2 emphasizes the skill of problem solving. This chapter dives into the art of tackling challenges strategically in business. It's not just about fixing what's in front of you, it's about understanding the root causes and thinking ahead. The chapter guides us through a process of breaking down problems, analyzing them deeply, and finding sustainable solutions. For example, let's make this real. Imagine you're running a small business and suddenly, sales start dropping. Instead of panicking or just increasing marketing spend, this chapter advises looking deeper. Maybe the issue is with product quality or customer service. It's about finding the why behind the what's and addressing it. Beyond just finding a quick fix, the chapter stresses sustainable solutions. It's like treating an illness. You need to cure the disease, not just alleviate symptoms. This approach not only solves the current problem, but also prevents future ones, making your business stronger in the long run. So, what's our main takeaway from Chapter 2? Effective problem solving in business is like detective work. It requires patience, deep analysis, and an understanding of the bigger picture. By mastering this, you're not just fixing issues, you're building a more resilient and successful business. Number 3 of your next 5 moves is to build a winning team. Chapter 3 throws light on a vital truth. No one achieves greatness alone. It's the strength of your team that can make or break your business. We learn about selecting the right people, aligning them with our vision, and creating a culture where everyone thrives together. For example, imagine you're running a cafe. You're great at making coffee, but not so great at marketing. Instead of trying to do it all, this chapter suggests finding someone who excels in marketing. You need different pieces, each unique, to complete the picture. But it's more than just gathering a group of skilled individuals. The chapter talks about nurturing a positive team culture, where everyone's aligned with the cafe's mission. To make the best coffee experience, it's about building a team that shares your passion and complements your skills. So, what should we remember from Chapter 3? Building a winning team isn't just about hiring talent, it's about creating a synergy where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. When your team is aligned, motivated, and skilled, your business isn't just a cafe, it's a destination. Number 4 of your next 5 moves is strategize to scale up. This chapter is all about growing your business strategically and sustainably. Here, we dive into the critical aspects of scaling up. It is not just about growing, it's about growing smart. The focus is on strategic planning, resource allocation, and expanding your business without losing its core essence. For example, let's say you own a successful local bakery. Now you're thinking of opening more locations. This chapter advises not just to replicate your first success, but to think about how each new location can bring something unique to its community while still maintaining the heart and soul of your original bakery. It also covers the importance of adapting to change and being flexible in your approach. As your bakery grows, you'll need to adjust your strategies. Maybe it's about embracing new baking technologies or exploring online sales. The key is to scale up without losing what makes your bakery special. So, the main takeaway from Chapter 4? Successful scaling is a balance between growth and core values. It's about expanding your business while keeping its essence alive. Remember, bigger isn't always better. Better is better. The last move of your next 5 moves is get good at power plays. This is the last chapter, and it is all about mastering strategic maneuvers in business to stay ahead of the game. It focuses on the art of making bold and strategic moves to outmaneuver competition and seize opportunities. It's about understanding the dynamics of power in business and using it to your advantage. This involves strategic planning, negotiation, and influence to achieve your business goals. For example, imagine you're running a tech startup and you're competing against much larger companies. This chapter guides you on how to use innovative strategies, like leveraging social media or forming strategic partnerships to create a unique position for your company in the market. It's not just about competing, it's about rewriting the rules of the game. The chapter encourages thinking outside the box, finding your niche, and turning your limitations into strengths. It's about making moves that others might not expect and turning the tide in your favor. So, what should we take away from Chapter 5? In the world of business, being good at power plays means being a step ahead, thinking strategically, and not being afraid to challenge the status quo. It's about being bold, being innovative, and, most importantly, being smart with your move. Thank you for joining me through your next 5 moves. This concludes our series, but the journey to mastering business strategy is just beginning. Like, share, and subscribe for more insights. And remember, your next move could be the game changer.
Tired of trading your precious time for a paycheck that never seems to stretch far enough? Imagine a world where you're not chained to a job you're just okay with. Your Money or Your Life by Joe Dominguez and Vicki Robin provides you with a path to financial independence and the ability to create a life that meets your interests rather than just paying your expenses. Overall, this summary provides a comprehensive, life-changing approach to personal finance, emphasizing the balance between financial decisions, personal well-being, and life satisfaction. If you're serious about taking control of your financial future, hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to ensure you don't miss out on this series. The title of Chapter 1: The Money Trap. The Old Roadmap for Money. This chapter covers the traditional way of thinking about money and its significance in our lives, known as the money trap, which sets the setting for the whole book. It presents the idea that we frequently have an unhealthy and unhappy relationship with money. What information does this chapter offer? Number 1. Questioning the status quo. We're encouraged to question the traditional narrative that equates success and happiness with material wealth and consumerism. Number 2. Reflecting on personal experiences. Dominguez and Robin prompt us to reflect on our lives and consider whether the pursuit of money has truly brought fulfillment. Number 3. Recognizing the money trap. By acknowledging the money trap, you can see the limitations of conventional thinking about money and the need for a different approach. A revolutionary path toward financial freedom and fulfillment is laid out in Chapter 1. It pushes us to reconsider our feelings about money and provides a sneak peek at the different routes to financial freedom. Chapter 2. Titled Money Ain't What It Used to Be, and Never Was. The age-old fact that money isn't and never has been the path to happiness is explained by the authors. The chapter examines societal and historical viewpoints on wealth to refute the idea that having more money equates to being happier. Observations that are important to note in this chapter. Number 1. Cultural perspectives on wealth. Throughout history and across different cultures, people have found fulfillment and happiness through various means beyond material wealth, such as relationships, personal growth, and community. Number 2. The illusion of more. Society often perpetuates the idea that acquiring more money and possessions will lead to greater happiness. However, research and real-life examples consistently show this is not the case. Number 3. Defining true wealth. True wealth is not measured solely by the size of our bank accounts but by the richness of our experiences, relationships, and sense of purpose in life. Through the analysis of opposing perspectives and historical antecedents, the chapter challenges the prevailing wisdom about money and success and lays the groundwork for a paradigm shift. Non-material types of fulfillment are highlighted in this new perspective. The title of Chapter 3. You are encouraged to track your income and expenses in this chapter to help take charge of finances. Regain control over finances and obtain important insights into spending patterns by putting in place a system of rigorous record-keeping. Significant observations in this chapter are as follows. Number 1. Awareness. You can become more conscious and habits and take action by keeping track of every penny that comes in and goes out. Number 2. Taking ownership. Implementing a system of meticulous record-keeping puts readers in the driver's seat of their finances, allowing them to take control and make intentional choices with their money. Number 3. Identifying opportunities. Through the process of tracking income and expenses, you uncover opportunities to reduce unnecessary spending and allocate resources more effectively towards priorities. People who take a proactive approach to money management acquire clarity, control, and self-assurance in their capacity to meet their financial objectives. Chapter 4. Titled How Much is Enough? The Quest for Happiness. This chapter explains the idea of enough and the pursuit of pleasure. Challenging the never-ending chase of more and realizing that true fulfillment comes from spending in line with priorities and values, pushes us to rethink our relationship with money. What details does this chapter provide? 1. The myth of more. Society often promotes the belief that more money and possessions will lead to greater happiness. However, research and personal experiences demonstrate that this is not the case. There's a diminishing return on material wealth when it comes to overall life satisfaction. 2. Defining enough. By questioning what enough means in our lives, we can break free from the cycle of consumerism and find contentment with what we already have. Enough is not a fixed amount but rather a subjective concept that varies based on individual values and priorities. 3. Cultivating contentment. True happiness comes from aligning spending with values and priorities, rather than chasing after material possessions. By practicing gratitude and focusing on what truly matters, we can cultivate contentment and fulfillment in our lives. Through reframing the relationship with money and coordinating expenditures with priorities and values, we can develop a more meaningful and contented life. The title of Chapter 5. Getting It Out in the Open. This chapter introduces readers to the transformative process of making life energy visible. By creating a visual representation of their income and expenses, readers gain a deeper understanding of how they exchange their precious life energy for money and how they choose to allocate it. Observations that are important to note in this chapter. 1. Visualizing life energy. By creating a wall chart or other visual representation of their income and expenses, you can see in real time how they exchange your life energy for money and where it's being allocated. 2. Clarity and awareness. Making life energy visible allows you to gain clarity on your spending habits and patterns. It highlights areas where life energy is being expended unnecessarily and prompts you to reassess priorities. 3. Empowerment through visualization. The act of creating a visual representation of income and expenses empowers you to take control of your financial lives. It serves as a tangible reminder of the value of time and energy, encouraging more mindful spending decisions. Acquire clarity, knowledge, and control over your finances by visualizing your income and expenses, which opens the door to a more purposeful and happy existence. Chapter 6. Titled The American Dream, on a Shoestring. An inexpensive explanation of the concept of the American dream is given in this chapter. It challenges the myth that achieving the American dream requires vast wealth and material possessions, in favor of a simpler and happier way of life. What knowledge does this chapter impact on us? 1. Redefining the American dream. The chapter encourages you to question the conventional definition of the American dream, which often equates success and happiness with material wealth and possessions. 2. Living within your means. Reducing financial stress and living within your means can be achieved by adopting a simpler lifestyle. You can be more fulfilled and pleased if you place a higher value on relationships and experiences than material belongings. 3. The joy of simplicity. Simplifying life by decluttering possessions, reducing expenses, and focusing on what truly matters promotes a sense of freedom, joy, and peace of mind. The American dream may be redefined, and you can discover more happiness and joy by embracing simplicity and avoiding consumerism. The title of Chapter 7. For Love or Money. Valuing your life energy, work and income. The relationship between work and income, emphasizing the importance of valuing life energy in the pursuit of financial independence, is evaluated in this chapter. It challenges you to reconsider your approach to work and earning money, focusing on fulfillment rather than simply maximizing income. What details does this chapter provide? 1. The trade-off of work and income. The chapter highlights the trade-off between work and income, emphasizing that higher-paying jobs often require sacrificing more life energy and personal time. Number 2. Aligning work with values. We are encouraged to assess whether our current work aligns with values and priorities. If not, we are prompted to look into alternative career paths or income streams that offer greater fulfillment. Number 3. Valuing life energy. By valuing life energy as a finite and precious resource, you can make more intentional choices about how to earn and spend money. This involves prioritizing activities and endeavors that provide genuine fulfillment and meaning. People can attain greater balance and fulfillment in their lives by prioritizing things that offer joy and satisfaction and by aligning employment with their values. Chapter 8. Titled Catching Fire. The Crossover Point. Discover the significance of the crossover point as the turning point toward financial freedom. This chapter looks at how increasing savings and investments can lead to more flexibility and freedom by progressively reducing reliance on income from traditional work. What does this chapter teach us? Number 1. The crossover point. The chapter explains the concept of the crossover point, where investment income exceeds monthly expenses, allowing for financial independence and freedom from traditional employment. Number 2. Building wealth over time. You are encouraged to focus on gradually building up savings and investments over time, rather than seeking quick fixes or get-rich-quick schemes. Number 3. Reducing expenses. Achieving the crossover point is not just about increasing investment income but also about reducing expenses to a level that can be sustained by passive income alone. Every step you take towards financial independence brings you closer to living life on your terms. Until next time, keep saving, keep investing, and keep moving towards your financial freedom. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notified every time we upload a new video. I'm thrilled to provide you with a summary of The Automatic Millionaire by David Bach. The author produced this book with one specific purpose in mind: to demonstrate that gaining financial freedom isn't as difficult as we might believe. David Bach thinks that everyone, regardless of economic level, can become a millionaire by taking a few basic, automatic steps. In this summary, I'll go over the important points and tactics from the book. You'll learn the value of paying yourself first, the power of compounding interest, and the effectiveness of making tiny, persistent adjustments to your financial habits. If you want to learn how to become an automated millionaire, please hit the notification bell, like, and subscribe to our channel. Chapter 1 is titled, Meeting the Automatic Millionaire. In this chapter, the author discusses the concept of becoming an automated billionaire through easy, automatic changes to your financial habits. It emphasizes the premise that anyone, regardless of income, can build wealth via continuous, systematic saving and investment. The important lessons this chapter teaches us are: Number 1. Pay yourself first. The book emphasizes the importance of prioritizing saving and investing by paying yourself first before allocating money to other expenses. Number 2. Consistency is key. By automating contributions to savings and investment accounts, individuals can harness the power of compound interest to steadily build wealth over time. Number 3. Start small. Even small, regular contributions can lead to significant financial growth over the long term. Number 4. Mindset shift. Becoming an automatic millionaire requires a shift in mindset towards prioritizing long-term financial security over short-term gratification. The title of Chapter 2. The Latte Factor. Becoming an automatic millionaire on just a few dollars a day. The latte factor, which emphasizes how minor daily expenses can add up to substantial sums over time, is a notion that this chapter addresses. People may put money aside for investments and savings by recognizing and eliminating wasteful expenditures, which creates the foundation for future financial success. What information does this chapter offer? Number 1. Mindful spending. The chapter encourages readers to take a closer look at their daily expenses and identify areas where they can cut back on unnecessary spending. Number 2. Small changes, big impact. By making small adjustments to their spending habits, individuals can free up money to put towards savings and investments, leading to significant long-term wealth accumulation. Number 3. The power of compounding. The concept of compound interest is emphasized, showing how regular contributions, even small ones, can grow exponentially over time. Number 4. Opportunity cost. Every dollar spent on non-essential items represents a missed opportunity for savings and investment, highlighting the importance of prioritizing financial goals. Chapter 3 is titled, Now Make It Automatic. The basic principle of paying yourself first is presented in this chapter as the foundation for financial success. People can make steady progress toward their long-term financial goals by giving savings and investing priority over other expenses. These are a few tactics we should learn. Number 1. Make saving a priority. Paying yourself first involves setting aside a portion of your income for savings and investments before paying for other expenses. Number 2. Automate savings. By setting up automatic transfers or direct deposits, individuals can ensure that saving becomes a regular, non-negotiable habit. Number 3. Start today. The chapter emphasizes the importance of taking action immediately, regardless of the amount saved. Consistency over time is more critical than the initial sum. Number 4. Protect your future. Prioritizing savings and investments early in life lays the foundation for financial security and enables individuals to weather unexpected expenses or emergencies. Chapter 4 is titled, Now Make It Automatic. The author goes more deeply into the realistic procedures for investing and saving money to guarantee stability and long-term growth. Through the implementation of automated procedures, people can effectively eliminate the need to spend and gradually accumulate wealth. What details does this chapter provide? Number 1. Set up automatic transfers. Automating transfers from your checking account to savings and investment accounts ensures that saving becomes a habit rather than a decision. Utilize employer plans. Take advantage of employer-sponsored retirement plans and contributions to maximize long-term savings potential. Number 3. Diversify investments. Consider automated investment platforms or robo-advisors to diversify your investment portfolio and minimize risk. Number 4. Monitor and adjust. While automation is beneficial, it's essential to periodically review your savings and investment strategy to ensure it aligns with your financial goals and circumstances. The title of Chapter 5. Automate for a rainy day. The significance of automating savings for unforeseen costs and crises is the main topic of this chapter. Through emergency fund setup and automatic contributions, people can safeguard themselves against financial hardships and preserve stability in trying times. What does this chapter teach us? Number 1. Prioritize emergency savings. Building an emergency fund is crucial for handling unexpected expenses without resorting to debt or derailing financial goals. Number 2. Automate contributions. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your emergency fund to ensure consistent and disciplined savings. Number 3. Start small, build over time. Even modest contributions to an emergency fund can accumulate over time, providing a valuable safety net when needed. Number 4. Adjust as needed. Periodically review and adjust the size of your emergency fund based on changes in expenses, income, and life circumstances. Chapter 6 is titled, Automatic Debt-Free Homeownership. The author investigates the use of automation by individuals in achieving debt-free homeownership. People who put smart savings and payment plans into place can pay off their mortgage faster and achieve the financial independence that comes with being a house owner. Observations that are important to note in this chapter. Number 1. Set clear goals. Define your homeownership goals and create a plan to achieve them, whether it's saving for a down payment or paying off your mortgage early. Number 2. Automate savings. Establish automatic contributions to a dedicated savings account for your home down payment to ensure consistent progress towards your goal. Number 3. Optimize mortgage payments. Explore options such as bi-weekly payments or making additional principal payments to pay off your mortgage faster and save on interest. Number 4. Stay disciplined. Maintain discipline and consistency in your savings and payment strategies, even when faced with competing financial priorities. The title of Chapter 7: The Automatic Debt-Free Lifestyle. The focus shifts to achieving a debt-free lifestyle through automation and disciplined financial habits. By leveraging automation to pay off debts and manage expenses efficiently, individuals can break free from the cycle of debt and build a solid foundation for long-term financial success. What insights does this chapter provide? Number 1. Face your debts. Confront your debts head-on and develop a plan to pay them off systematically, starting with high-interest debts. Number 2. Automate debt payments. Set up automatic payments for your debts to ensure timely payments and avoid late fees or penalties. Number 3. Live within your means. Adopt a lifestyle that aligns with your income and priorities, avoiding unnecessary expenses and frivolous spending. Number 4. Build wealth, not debt. Shift your focus from accumulating debt to building wealth through saving, investing, and prudent financial management. Chapter 8, titled Make a Difference with Automatic Tithing. This chapter covers the idea of charity giving or automatic tithing as a way to support causes that are both in line with personal values and have a positive impact. People can support causes they care about and feel the fulfillment that comes from giving back by automating charitable contributions into their financial strategy. Here are some strategies. Number 1. Support causes you believe in. Identify charitable organizations or causes that resonate with your values and beliefs, and consider making automated donations to support their work. Number 2. Automate your giving. Set up recurring contributions to charities or religious institutions to ensure consistent support without the need for manual intervention. Number 3. Budget for giving. Allocate a portion of your income for charitable giving as part of your overall financial plan, prioritizing it alongside savings and other expenses. Number 4. Experience the joy of giving. Embrace the opportunity to make a positive impact through charitable giving, experiencing the joy and fulfillment that come from helping others. Chapter 9 is titled The Automatic Millionaire Blueprint. This chapter offers an approach to becoming an automatic millionaire and summarizes the main ideas of the book. It combines the ideas of debt management, investing, saving, automation, and charitable giving into a thorough plan for achieving financial success. What is this chapter teaching us? Number 1. Automate everything. Set up automated processes for saving, investing, debt payments, and charitable giving to ensure consistency and discipline in financial management. Number 2. Pay yourself first. Prioritize saving and investing by allocating a portion of your income before budgeting for other expenses. Number 3. Eliminate debt. Develop a plan to pay off debts systematically, starting with high-interest debts, and avoid accruing new debt whenever possible. Number 4. Invest for the long term. Adopt a diversified investment strategy focused on long-term growth and wealth accumulation. I hope you enjoyed this summary of The Automatic Millionaire by David Bach. Remember, the path to financial freedom doesn't have to be complicated. You can create a safe and wealthy future for yourself by automating your savings, paying yourself first, and making sensible, consistent decisions. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for additional strategies and book summaries. Press the notification bell to never miss an update.
Find Your Why by Simon Sinek, David Mead, and Peter Docker is more than just a book. It is a roadmap to discovering your true purpose and unlocking your potential for fulfillment and success. With 7 insightful chapters, this book provides a practical and brilliant guide to discovering the driving force behind everything you do. Whether you're an individual seeking clarity in your personal or professional life, striving to create a culture of purpose-driven innovation, Find Your Why provides the tools and strategies you need to identify your values, ignite your passion, and chart a course toward meaningful impact. With its simple yet profound approach, This book will empower you to discover the why that inspires you and others, transforming the way you live, work, and lead. So like and subscribe to Book Ginger, and also hit bell buttons to find out why that motivates you. Chapter 1 of Find Your Why is titled Start with Why. This chapter lays the foundation for understanding one's purpose, or why. It presents the idea of starting with why as the basic idea behind and organizational success. Influence activities and decisions. The authors stress the importance of having a clear sense of purpose. Purpose is essential for direction, motivation, and fulfillment. It differentiates between what and why. Leaders who express their purpose inspire others and attract loyal supporters. The Start With Why principle fosters stronger connections and drives meaningful change. The process of self-discovery and mission alignment is laid out in Chapter 1. It teaches the importance of leading with purpose in all aspects of life and business, and the transformational power of discovering one's why. Chapter 2 of Find Your Why, titled Discover Your Why, looks into the process of finding out your personal or organizational purpose, also known as your why. The why serves as the guiding principle that drives your actions and decisions, providing clarity and motivation. Discovering your why is essential for achieving fulfillment and success in both personal and professional life. Your why is the basic reason behind your actions, providing clarity, passion, and direction. Finding it requires reflection, exploring beliefs, values, and motivations. Seeking inspiration from others who have found their why can provide valuable insights and encouragement. This can also help to overcome challenges and achieve success. Chapter 2 teaches that finding your why is a life-changing process that calls for self-reflection, research, and inspiration. By discovering your why, you gain a powerful tool that guides your actions, motivates you during challenging times, and brings a sense of fulfillment to your life. Chapter 3 of Find Your Why is titled Why Discovery for Individuals. This chapter is focused on helping you discover your why or personal purpose. It helps you express your primary values and ideas by guiding you through a process to discover what genuinely inspires and motivates you. Think back on your previous experiences to find common themes, objectives, and patterns. Identify the recurring interests and pursuits that make you happy and fulfilled. Make your contribution clear through your relationships, career, and other facets of your life. Chapter 3 teaches that discovering your purpose in life is a lifelong process of self-discovery. You can find your inner motivation by thinking back on your past experiences, seeing trends, and emphasizing your contribution. It is possible to live a more purposeful and happy life when you embrace your why. Chapter 4 of Find Your Why, titled Why Discovery for Groups, speaks on the idea of the tribe approach, which is a method for finding out a group or organization's overall goal or why. The authors highlight the importance of being part of a tribe or representative group within the firm in order to obtain several kinds of views and ideas. The tribe approach involves different individuals within an organization, making sure that everyone on the team understands the why. It emphasizes listening, skillful assistance, and teamwork to find out shared themes and values, thereby promoting unity and teamwork. Chapter 4 encourages the tribe approach, a method for identifying an organization's overall goal through open dialogue with different stakeholders, promoting a purpose-driven organization. Chapter 5 continues from the group interaction chapter, focusing on the interacting with your team or community to determine their shared why. It looks at practical methods for promoting meaningful discussions that result in a feeling of purpose that is shared by all. In order to create a safe environment for team members, one must create a safe space for open communication, actively listen to understand the points of view of all team members, encourage participation, look for common patterns, refine and explain the group's why, and value variety. In the end, this method creates a stronger sense of shared purpose by promoting trust, respect, and a deeper understanding of the group's beliefs and goals. Chapter 5 encourages meaningful conversations with your team or community in order to find a shared sense of purpose. By creating a safe and inclusive space, actively listening, and embracing individual differences, you lay the foundation for a collective why that inspires and unites everyone towards a common goal. Chapter 6 of Find Your Why is all about State Your Hows. This chapter addresses the next step that comes after discovering your why, stating your hows. The particular steps or behaviors you take to make your why a reality are your hows. They're like guiding principles that influence how you behave in the world. Identify your hows by reflecting on your natural behaviors and actions. Keep them simple, clear, and authentic, aligning with your why. Use them as filters for decision-making and behavior, and ensure they are clearly communicated to others, especially in a team setting, to ensure a shared understanding of your operations and priorities. Chapter 6 shows that one of the most important steps to living your why genuinely is stating your hows. Finding and living by these guiding principles gives you a roadmap for realizing your purpose in all that you do. Recall that honesty and simplicity are essential as well. Your hows should be a driving force behind your choices and actions, relating to your personality. Lastly, Chapter 7 is titled, Take a Stand. Do the things you say you believe. It focuses on the specific actions or behaviors that enable you to live out your purpose, or why. These hows serve as guiding principles that align with your core values and help you make decisions and take actions in line with your purpose. In order to effectively communicate in a team environment, consider your hows by recognizing your natural habits, aligning them to your why, and using them as filters for making decisions. In summary, defining your hows is an essential first step toward fulfilling your goal. You may effectively express and apply your guiding principles in various aspects of your life by understanding your abilities, defining your values, and remaining true to yourself. In conclusion, Find Your Why by Simon Sinek, David Mead, and Peter Docker is a practical guide to discovering your purpose and living a fulfilling life that matches with your values. Through an organized process of figuring out your why, defining your hows, and identifying your whos, the book empowers individuals and teams to find clarity, direction, and meaning in their personal and professional endeavors. By accepting your purpose and putting it into your actions, you can create a positive impact on the world around you and lead a life of fulfillment and authenticity. We've come to the end of this book. Thank you for staying till the end. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.
Have you given any thought to creating retirement plans? Don't worry. We'll talk about the essential guide written by Wade Foe to help you make sense of the confusing world of retirement planning. The author's purpose is fairly clear: to arm you with the information and tools needed to design a strong retirement plan that is tailored to your aspirations. You will get vital insights from this summary, including how to grasp tax-efficient distribution schemes and comprehend various retirement income types. Come along on this insightful adventure with us. To ensure you don't miss out on this series, please ring the bell, subscribe, and hit the like button. The title of Chapter 1, Retirement Income Styles and Decisions. The author discusses the realm of retirement planning by examining several retirement income options. The important lessons this chapter teaches us are: number 1, identifying your retirement income style. We'll look into common retirement income styles, such as relying on savings, pensions, or a combination of both. Number 2, understanding risk tolerance. Each retirement income style comes with its own set of risks and rewards. We'll discuss how risk tolerance plays a crucial role in determining the right approach for you. Number 3, flexibility is key. Life is unpredictable, and so is retirement. We'll emphasize the importance of flexibility in adapting your retirement plan to changing circumstances. Chapter 2 is titled Retirement Risks. This chapter highlights the various risks that can impact your retirement and how to mitigate them. What information does this chapter offer? Number 1, longevity risk. We'll discuss the possibility of outliving your retirement savings and strategies to ensure your money lasts as long as you need it. Number 2, market and sequence of return risk. Examine how market fluctuations and the timing of withdrawals can impact your retirement portfolio, along with strategies to mitigate these risks. Number 3, spending shocks and other surprises. Unexpected expenses can derail even the best laid retirement plans. Learn how to prepare for emergencies and cushion your finances against unforeseen events. You can protect your financial future and have a more secure retirement by being aware of potential obstacles and taking appropriate action. The title of Chapter 3, Quantifying Goals and Assessing Preparedness. Setting specific retirement objectives and assessing our level of readiness for retirement are the first steps we take. These are a few tactics we should learn. Number 1, determining the retirement budget. We'll go over how to calculate your retirement expenses and create a budget that aligns with your lifestyle preferences and financial resources. Number 2, assessing retirement preparedness. Learn how to evaluate your current financial position, including analyzing your savings and anticipated retirement income sources. Number 3, taking action. Armed with insights into your retirement goals and financial readiness, we'll discuss actionable steps you can take to bridge any gaps in progress towards your retirement objectives. You may set the stage for a fruitful and satisfying retirement journey by being proactive in matching your resources with your goals. Chapter 4 is titled Sustainable Spending from Investments. The crucial topic of generating income from your investments that will last into retirement is covered by the author. We have to get proficient in the following strategies. Number 1, origins of the 4 Rule. Examine the historical context behind the 4 Rule, a widely recognized guideline for determining a sustainable withdrawal rate from retirement savings. Number 2, adjusting for individual circumstances. Understand why the 4 Rule may not be suitable for everyone and learn how to customize withdrawal strategies based on your unique financial situation and retirement goals. Number 3, balancing income and preservation. Discover strategies for optimizing your investment portfolio to generate sufficient income while also preserving capital for long-term financial security. You can work toward financial security and mental tranquility throughout your retirement years by putting the ideas discussed in this chapter into practice. The title of Chapter 5, Annuities and Risk Pooling. It covers annuities and looks at how they can be a dependable source of income in later life. So what knowledge does this chapter impact on us? Number 1, logic of annuities. Understand the fundamental principles behind annuities and how they offer a unique form of risk pooling and lifetime income. Number 2, types of annuities. Discuss the different types of annuities available, including immediate and deferred annuities, and learn how to choose the right option for your retirement needs. Number 3, integrating annuities into your plan. Discover strategies for incorporating annuities into your overall retirement plan to create a diversified income stream and mitigate longevity risk. You may make better financial decisions for your retirement by being informed about annuities and their potential benefits. Chapter 6 is titled Social Security. This chapter explains the ins and outs of Social Security and how it forms a crucial component of retirement income for many Americans. What details does this chapter provide? Number 1, introducing Social Security. Gain insight into the history and purpose of Social Security and its role in providing retirement security for millions of Americans. Number 2, calculating benefits. Understand how Social Security benefits are calculated based on factors such as earnings history, age of retirement, and claiming decisions. Number 3, optimizing claiming strategies. Study various claiming strategies, including when to start claiming benefits and how to coordinate benefits with your spouse to maximize overall household income. The title of Chapter 7, Medicare and Health Insurance. We'll talk about healthcare and retirement in this chapter. with an emphasis on Medicare and other health insurance options. What information is provided in this chapter? Number 1, understanding Medicare. Look into the different parts of Medicare, including Part A, hospital insurance, Part B, medical insurance, Part C, Medicare Advantage, and Part D, prescription drug coverage. Number 2, learn about the initial enrollment as well as special periods and considerations for delaying and penalties. Number 3, supplemental coverage options. Discover additional health insurance options such as Medigap policies and Medicare Advantage plans, and understand how they can complement Medicare coverage to fill gaps and reduce out-of-pocket expenses. By understanding your healthcare needs and available coverage options, you can better manage healthcare expenses and ensure peace of mind in retirement. Chapter 8 is titled Long-Term Care Planning. In his discussion of long-term care planning, the author addresses the possibility that retirees will require ongoing medical care. What does this chapter teach us? Number 1, defining long-term care. Understand what long-term care entails, including services such as assistance with activities of daily living, ADLs, nursing care, and residential facilities. Number 2, assessing long-term care costs. Look into the potential costs of long-term care services and facilities, as well as strategies for financing these expenses, including long-term care insurance and Medicaid. Number 3, planning for long-term care needs. Learn about proactive steps you can take to plan for long-term care needs, such as creating advance directives, discovering home modification options, and discussing care preferences with family members. The title of Chapter 9, Housing Decisions in Retirement. This chapter provides insights into where and how retirees choose to live during their golden years, highlighting the importance of housing decisions in retirement planning. Observations that are important to note in this chapter. Number 1, understanding retiree housing trends. Investigate common housing choices among retirees, including aging in place, downsizing, relocating to retirement communities, and exploring alternative living arrangements. Number 2, factors influencing. Consider various factors that influence housing decisions in retirement, such as affordability, proximity to family and healthcare services, climate preferences, and lifestyle considerations. Number 3, financial implications of housing choices. Understand the financial aspects of housing decisions, including the costs associated with homeownership, rental options, property taxes, maintenance expenses, and potential sources of equity release. Chapter 10 is titled Tax Planning for Efficient Retirement Distributions. This chapter discusses the complex realm of tax planning for retirement distributions, examining several tactics to reduce tax obligations and optimize post-retirement income. What insights does this chapter provide? Number 1, basics of income taxes. Gain a foundational understanding of how income taxes work in retirement, including tax brackets, deductions, and credits applicable to retirees. Number 2, tax diversification. Study the concept of tax diversification and how it can help mitigate tax risks by maintaining a balance of taxable, tax-deferred, and tax-exempt retirement accounts. Number 3, effective tax management strategies. Discover practical strategies for optimizing tax efficiency in retirement, such as strategic asset location, managing withdrawals from different account types, and leveraging tax advantages for charitable giving and healthcare expenses. The title of Chapter 11, Legacy and Incapacity Planning. We'll go over the essentials of estate planning, including being ready for incapacity, so your desires are respected and your assets are handled the way you want them to be in case of illness or death. What does this chapter teach us? Number 1, components of an estate plan. Research the essential elements of an estate plan, including wills, trusts, powers of attorney, advance directives, and beneficiary designations. Number 2, tax planning and legacy considerations. Understand how estate planning can help minimize tax liabilities and maximize the value of your estate for your heirs, including strategies for gifting, charitable giving, and asset protection. Number 3, preparing for incapacity. Learn about the importance of incapacity planning, including appointing trusted individuals to make medical and financial decisions on your behalf in the event of illness or disability. Chapter 12 is titled, The Non-Financial Aspects of Retirement Success. This chapter examines the non-financial components of retirement success, with an emphasis on finding meaning in life, preserving social ties, and placing a high priority on health and well-being in retirement. The important lessons this chapter teaches us. Number 1, finding purpose and passion. Research strategies for identifying activities and pursuits that bring meaning and fulfillment in retirement, from hobbies and volunteering to pursuing lifelong dreams and aspirations. Number 2, strengthening relationships. Understand the importance of maintaining social connections and fostering relationships with family, friends, and community members to combat isolation and loneliness in retirement. Number 3, prioritizing health and wellness. Discover the significance of adopting a healthy and active lifestyle in retirement, including regular exercise, nutritious eating habits, and proactive healthcare management to promote longevity and vitality. Retirement can be fully achieved and can be a happy and satisfying phase of life provided you put your health, relationships, and purpose first. The title of Chapter 13, Putting It All Together. The author outlines the outcome of our retirement planning process and offers advice on how to combine the many components into a coherent and thorough plan. Number 1, getting started. Understand the importance of taking the first steps towards retirement planning, including setting clear goals, assessing your financial situation, and identifying potential risks and challenges. Number 2, decision points and milestones. Study critical decision points and milestones in the retirement planning process, such as retirement age, claiming Social Security benefits, healthcare enrollment, and estate planning considerations. Number 3, ongoing monitoring and adjustment. Learn about the importance of regularly reviewing and adjusting your retirement plan to adapt to changing circumstances. Market conditions. Hit notification if you
Just as every family lives on togetherness, a business requires unity to achieve excellence. It takes passion, consistency, and diligence to grow a business, but it takes a slight flaw in character to ruin it. I have a book by Patrick Lencioni called The Advantage, which is a powerhouse. Patrick wrote this book with a big goal in mind, to show us that the key to lasting success isn't just about being smart, it's about being healthy. And by healthy, I mean organizationally healthy. What does that mean? Well, it means building a company where teams trust each other, where communication is clear, and where everyone is committed to the same important goals. Sounds pretty great, right? And the best part is that Patrick gives us clear steps to get there. So, whether you're leading a team, running a company, or just part of a group that wants to improve, this summary is going to be super helpful. We're going to break down Patrick's main ideas into bite-sized pieces that you can start using right away. And hey, if you find these insights as valuable as we think you will, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for notifications. We've got loads of content like this, and we don't want you to miss out. Steps to building a healthy organization. Start with Chapter 1, titled The Case for Organizational Health. In this chapter, Patrick introduces the concept of organizational health and explains why it is the single greatest factor in determining the success of a company. So, what is organizational health? Imagine a place where everyone feels like they belong, where the goals are crystal clear, and where every person is rowing in the same direction. Sounds ideal, right? That's organizational health for you. It's not about having the smartest tactics or the latest technology. It's about being cohesive, aligned, and efficient. Now, why should we even care about this? Well, according to Lencioni, organizational health is the ultimate competitive advantage. Healthy organizations can adapt quickly, execute efficiently, and attract the best people. Here's what we need to focus on to foster organizational health. Number 1 is cohesion. Teams that trust and support each other outperform others. It's like having a safety net. Mistakes are okay, as long as we learn from them together. Number 2 is clarity. Everyone should know exactly what the organization stands for and where it's going. When we're clear about our mission, making decisions becomes a breeze. Number 3 is communication. Over-communicate. Yes, you heard that right. The more we talk about our goals and strategies, the less room there is for confusion. Number 4 is consistency. Reinforce our core messages through every process and policy. When our practices align with our messages, we strengthen our culture and our path to success. So, we've seen how crucial organizational health is, and honestly, it's not as complex as it sounds. It's about getting the basics right and sticking to them. Remember, it's not the most groundbreaking strategies that win the race. It's the healthiest organizations. Chapter 2 of Patrick Lencioni's The Advantage is titled The 4 Disciplines Model. Just as we discovered the secret sauce of organizational health, this chapter focuses on the 4 disciplines model for achieving organizational health. These are the steps that any organization can follow to climb the ladder of success. The first discipline is to build a cohesive leadership team. Think of your leadership team as the heart of your organization. When the heart is strong, the whole body thrives. This means creating a culture of trust where leaders are vulnerable, support one another, and are unafraid to engage in healthy conflict. The next to create clarity. A clear vision isn't just a nice to have, it's a must-have. This discipline is about being clear on why the organization exists, where it's going, and what it stands for. No jargon, no complex language, just clear, straightforward truths that everyone can rally behind. The third discipline is to over-communicate clarity. If you think you've communicated enough, think again. Over-communication means repeating the core messages so often that people might even get a little tired of hearing them. But guess what? That's when you know they've truly got it. And finally, Discipline 4. Reinforce clarity through human systems. Reinforcing clarity through human systems means aligning your organization's structures and processes with the vision and values you've communicated, whether it's through recruitment, performance management, or rewards. Make sure everything backs up the clarity you've created. All right, we've covered the 4 essential disciplines to achieve organizational health. Remember, it's not about having all the answers right away. It's about commitment to these disciplines that builds a strong, healthy organization over time. Chapter 3 of Patrick Lencioni's The Advantage is titled The Centrality of Great Meetings. This part of the book deals with how meetings can be transformed into tools for promoting organizational health. I don't know if you have ever found yourself staring at the clock during a never-ending meeting. If yes, then you're not alone. Meetings aren't just about talking. They're about deciding, acting, and uniting. Lencioni tells us that great meetings are a linchpin of organizational health. Why? Because they are where problems are solved and clarity and alignment are created. But here's the deal. Meetings need to be dynamic, engaging, and structured. Lencioni introduces 4 distinct types of meetings. Each serves a unique purpose. The first is the daily check-in. This type of meeting is quick and to the point. It usually takes 5 minutes to sync up and highlight the day's priorities. No sitting, just standing, to keep the energy up. The second type is the weekly tactical. These are the nuts and bolts kind of meetings. there are 30 to 90 minutes focused on tactical issues of immediate concern. Keep it regular and keep it real. The third type of meeting is the monthly strategic. Here's where you dive deep. 2 to 4 hours were spent wrestling with and analyzing critical issues. These are the conversations that too often get neglected, but are vital for long-term success. The fourth type of meeting is the quarterly off-site review. Here, you get out of the office, spend 1 to 2 days reviewing strategy, competitive landscape, team performance, and anything that affects long-term success. It's about stepping back to see the big picture. The key to productive meetings isn't less time together, but more purposeful time. When we structure our meetings like this, they're not just bearable. They're something we can look forward to because they make us better. Chapter 4 of Patrick Lencioni's The Advantage is titled Checklist for Organizational Health. This chapter focuses on implementing a comprehensive checklist for organizational health, offering actionable steps to ensure the organization's health is not just achieved, but sustained. This time, it's all about keeping your organization not just running, but also thriving. Imagine a garden. You've planted seeds of leadership, clarity, communication, and reinforcement. Like any good gardener, your job isn't done when the seeds are in the soil. You need to water it, pull the weeds, and protect it from pests. The same goes for your organization. Regular checks ensure that the culture you've built doesn't just grow but flourishes. Lencioni gives us a robust toolkit in this chapter, a checklist that acts like a regular health checkup for your organization. Think of it as your annual physical, but for your company's culture and operations. This checklist isn't about ticking boxes mindlessly. It's about thoughtful reflection on key aspects of your organization that impact its health. Let's go through some major points. First, cohesive leadership. Is your leadership team united? Do they trust each other deeply and engage in unfiltered conflict around ideas? Next, clarity. Does everyone in the organization know what they are supposed to do and why they are doing it? Clarity eliminates confusion and aligns efforts. Then there's communication. Are the organization's vision, values, and critical goals being communicated clearly and repeatedly? Remember, redundancy is your friend here. And reinforcement. Are you embedding organizational values into every policy, meeting, and ceremony? This is where your culture is cemented. So there we have it.
I'm excited to share some wisdom from Soam Botla's book, Make Smart Choices, 12 Keys to Unlocking Your Full Potential. The author intends to empower us with practical strategies to make better decisions and unlock our full potential. By understanding these 12 keys, we can improve various aspects of our lives, from personal growth to professional success. In this summary, I'll break down each key point so you can quickly grasp the main ideas and start applying them in your life right away. Whether you're looking to boost your productivity, enhance your decision-making skills, or just want to live a more fulfilling life, this summary has got you covered. Come along on this insightful adventure with us. Please ring the bell, subscribe, and hit the like button to ensure you don't miss out on this series. Chapter 1 is titled, Why Do Most People Struggle with Decision-Making? Botla goes into decision-making and pinpoints typical obstacles that individuals encounter. He says that realizing these difficulties is the first step in strengthening our ability to make decisions. The important lessons this chapter teaches us are: Number 1, decision-making complexity. Botla points out that decision-making is inherently complex because it involves various factors and uncertainties. Recognizing this complexity helps us approach decisions with more awareness. Number 2, common challenges. The chapter identifies several common challenges people face, such as fear of making mistakes and the influence of external pressures. Understanding these challenges can help us address them more effectively. Number 3, high-stakes decisions. When the stakes are high, such as in major life decisions, the pressure can lead to even more difficulty. Chapter 2 titled, Why Do You End Up Making Bad Choices? The causes of bad decision-making are examined in this chapter. It points out several biases and cognitive traps that can mislead us. We may avoid these pitfalls and make wiser decisions if we are aware of them. What information does this chapter offer? Number 1. Anchoring trap. This happens when we rely too heavily on the first piece of information we receive. For instance, if you hear that a new car costs $40,000, you might view a $35,000 used car as a great deal, even if it's still beyond your budget. Number 2. Status quo trap. We often stick with what we know because it feels safe and familiar. This can prevent us from making better choices, like sticking with an old phone just because we're used to it, even though newer models offer significant benefits. Number 3. Confirming evidence trap. This is when we look for information that supports our existing beliefs while ignoring contrary evidence. The 3. Understand and improve your decision maker archetype. The maximizer, satisficer, perfectionist, and optimalist are the 4 primary categories identified by the author. Determining which archetypes you relate to can help you make better decisions. These are a few tactics we should learn. Number 1. Maximizer. Maximizers strive to make the best possible choice by thoroughly researching and comparing all options. While this approach can lead to high satisfaction if the perfect choice is found, it can also cause decision paralysis and stress from overanalyzing. Number 2. Satisficer. Satisficers look for options that meet their minimum requirements and are willing to settle for a good enough choice. This can lead to quicker decisions and lower stress, though there might be a concern about missing out on better options. Number 3. Perfectionist. Perfectionists seek flawless decisions and often struggle with the fear of making mistakes. In the title of Chapter 4, Effective Techniques to Eradicate Erroneous Thinking, this chapter offers helpful strategies to identify and correct these mistakes so that we make decisions based on good reasoning rather than flawed thinking. So, what knowledge does this chapter impact on us? Number 1. Unconscious associations. Our brains often make quick associations based on past experiences, which can lead to wrong decisions. For example, if you've had a bad experience with a certain product, you might unfairly judge similar products. Liking or mirroring bias. We tend to favor people or ideas we like or that mirror our own beliefs. This bias can cloud our judgment. Number 2. Observer's perspective. To make more objective decisions, Botler recommends adopting an observer's perspective. Imagine you're advising a friend on the decision you're making. Chapter 5 is titled, Why You Don't Always Need More Information. The premise that making better decisions doesn't always result from having more information is examined in this chapter. Botler describes how making decisions can become more difficult when there is too much information available, and she offers solutions for dealing with this problem. What details does this chapter provide? Number 1. Don't always decide in yes or no. Botler points out that decisions aren't always binary. Sometimes, framing the decision as a spectrum rather than a simple yes or no can provide more flexibility and clarity. Number 2. Multi-tracking of information. Instead of focusing on a single source or type of information, Botler suggests using multiple sources to get a broader perspective. However, be mindful not to get lost in the detail. Balance is key. Number 3. Avoid choice overload. Too many options can lead to decision paralysis. Botler recommends narrowing down choices to a manageable number to avoid feeling overwhelmed. Chapter 6 titled, A Proactive Smart Choice Approach Using Ancient Intelligence, AI. In addition to discussing how ancient intelligence can support modern decision-making, the author introduces the PRO-ACT methodology as an organized way to help people make better judgments. What does this chapter teach us? Number 1. The PRO-ACT approach. Problem. Clearly define the problem or decision you face. What exactly are you trying to resolve? Objectives. Identify your goals and objectives. What do you want to achieve with this decision? Alternatives. Generate a list of possible options. What are the different paths you can take? Number 2. Using ancient intelligence, historical wisdom. Reflect on historical examples and timeless principles that can offer valuable insights. For instance, consider how similar decisions were made in the past and what lessons can be applied. Timeless principles. Apply age-old wisdom and strategies that have stood the test of time. For example, The concept of balancing risk and reward has been relevant throughout history. The title of Chapter 7, How to Find Solutions Quickly Around You. Butler prioritizes finding answers quickly by utilizing the tools and techniques at hand. He stresses how crucial it is to look for solutions on your initiative and with creativity. Observations that are important to note in this chapter. Number 1. Solution finders are givers. People who excel at finding solutions often help others first. By being generous with your time and expertise, you build a network of support that can help you when you need it. Gain from your competitors. Look at what your competitors are doing and learn from their successes and failures. Number 2. Don't ignore the outside view. Use base rates. Base rates refer to statistical data or historical patterns. Don't ignore these when making decisions. In the title of Chapter 8, 4 Simple Steps to Make Holistic Decisions. The methodical approach to decision-making described in this chapter will guarantee that you weigh all relevant factors and arrive at well-rounded conclusions. What insights does this chapter provide? Number 1. How to make holistic decisions. Widen your alternatives. Don't settle for the first option that comes your way. Explore a range of alternatives to ensure you're considering all possible choices. Reality test your assumptions. Challenge your assumptions to ensure they hold up in the real world. Attain distance. Gain some distance from the decision to reduce emotional bias. This can involve taking a break or asking for opinions from others who are not directly involved. Chapter 9 is titled, How to Approach Your Future as Your Most Trusted Guide. Butler stresses making decisions that are consistent with long-term objectives and beliefs by employing future-focused tactics. What insights does this chapter provide? Number 1. Follow the 10-10-10 rule. 10 minutes. Consider how you'll feel about your decision in 10 minutes. 10 months. Think about the impact in 10 months. 10 years. Reflect on how the decision will influence your life in 10 years. Number 2. Use perspective hindsight. Imagine looking back on the decision from the future. Ask yourself what advice you would give if you were reflecting on this decision years later. Chapter 10 titled, Final Thoughts. The book's main ideas are outlined by the author, who also emphasizes the value of employing intelligent decision-making techniques to help readers make wiser decisions in a variety of contexts. Here are some strategies. Number 1. Reflect on key lessons. Review the strategies and techniques discussed throughout the book. Reflect on how the PRO ACT approach, handling information effectively, and future-oriented thinking can be applied to your daily decision-making. Number 2. Integrate the strategies. Make a plan to integrate these decision-making strategies into your routine. Create a personal decision-making framework that incorporates the principles you have found most useful. Number 3. Commit to continuous improvement. Decision-making is a skill that improves with practice. Commit to continuously refining your approach and learning from your experiences. So, there you have it, a quick rundown of Soam Butler's Make Smart Choices. It's packed with practical advice to help you navigate life's many decisions. Remember, every choice is a step forward, so make it a good one. I hope this summary has given you some valuable insights. If you found it helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this.
I'm you the 15 secrets to living a better and happier life. And guess what? It is hidden in an incredible book, Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. Maltz wrote this book with a simple but powerful intent, to help people like you and me achieve our potential and live life to the fullest. So, in this video, I will summarize the 15 chapters, which are all about adding not just years to your life, but more importantly, life to your years. If you've ever felt like you're just going through the motions, this one is for you. By the end, you'll have practical tips on how to inject more joy and vitality into every day. So if you're ready to kickstart a more vibrant life, keep watching, hit that like button, and let's jump right into how you can start living better today. Imagine looking at two versions of yourself. One is confident, the other is unsure. Which one do you think is your day? Well, it's all yourself.
And that's why Chapter 1 is titled The Self-Image, Your Life. Our self-image is like a mental blueprint. It's how we see ourselves, not just on the outside, but who we believe we are on the inside. Our successes, failures, joys, and pains are all influenced by this inner picture. If you want to change your life, start with your self-image. Maltz tells us that our self-image determines what we believe we can and cannot do. Change that image, and you change your limits. Now, how can we apply this? Let's say you're scared of public speaking, which feels as dreadful as skydiving without a parachute. By imagining yourself successfully speaking in front of a crowd and feeling good about it, you begin to reshape your self-image as someone who can confidently speak publicly. Always remember that the way you see yourself sets the stage for every action you take. By adjusting your self-image to be more positive and capable, you're not just imagining change, you're beginning it. Chapter 2 of Maxwell Maltz's Psycho-Cybernetics is titled Discovering the Success Mechanism Within You. Think of your brain as a supercomputer equipped with a special program called the Success Mechanism. It's the psychological function that, when activated, guides you toward achieving your goals almost automatically. But how do we turn it on? First, we need to feed it a clear target. Just like typing an address into your GPS, you need to tell your success mechanism exactly where you want to go. This could be anything from taking a test, landing your dream job, or even learning a new language. Now, here's the magic. Once your goal is set, your success mechanism starts working like a guided missile. It makes calculations and adjustments and helps steer your actions towards the target. Each attempt teaches something new, refining your until you hit your mark. The success mechanism is really powerful, but it needs clear instructions from you. By setting precise goals and trusting in this inner function, you're setting yourself up for success. Chapter 3 of Psycho-Cybernetics is titled Imagination, the first key to your success mechanism. In this chapter, Maltz shows us that when we visualize our goals vividly and frequently, we're programming our brains to recognize and pursue these goals. It's like setting your GPS to the destination of your dreams. Here's how it works. Picture yourself succeeding. You're not just daydreaming. You're building a mental model of success. Your brain starts to see these imagined scenarios as achievable realities. And the best part, you begin to unconsciously align your actions to make these dreams come true. This chapter urges us to remember that our imagination is a powerful ally. By regularly visualizing your goals, you prepare your success mechanism to act confidently and effectively. Chapter 4 of Psycho-Cybernetics is titled Dehypnotize Yourself from False Beliefs. In this chapter, Maltz teaches us that many of us are hypnotized by negative self-talk and outdated beliefs about ourselves. It's like being in a trance where our true potential is asleep. How do we drop those weights? First, identify those rocks. Your negative beliefs. Maybe you think you're not a good speaker or you can't learn new technology. Recognizing these beliefs is the first step to dropping that weight. Next, challenge them. Ask yourself, is it true? Have there been times I succeeded in these areas? More often than not, you'll find evidence that proves these negative beliefs wrong. Therefore, shedding these false beliefs is like dropping a heavy weight you've been carrying. Without it, you're free to move forward, pursue new opportunities, and reach your potential. Chapter 5 of Psycho-Cybernetics is titled How to Utilize the Power of Rational Thinking. In this chapter, Maltz shows how to harness the power of rational thinking to in our days. Rational thinking is our mental toolkit for dealing with life's challenges. It helps us sort through our thoughts, keep what's useful, and discard what's not. Think of it as being your thought detective, where you question and analyze every clue or thought that comes your way. Here's how you can be a thought detective. Start by catching your thoughts. When a negative thought comes, pause and ask, is this true? Can I know that this is true? Most times, you'll find these thoughts are assumptions or fears, not facts. So rational thinking is a powerful ally. It helps you distinguish between baseless fears and genuine concerns, empowering you to act on matters. Chapter 6 of Psycho-Cybernetics is titled Relax and Let Your Success Mechanism Work for You. In this chapter, Maxwell Maltz teaches us that relaxation isn't just good for your body, it's crucial for your mind. When we relax, we allow our success mechanism, our inner guidance system, to take the lead. Think of it as setting down a heavy backpack during a long hike. Here's the scoop. Stress and tension are like mental fog. They cloud our thinking and block our success mechanism from working properly. By relaxing, we clear the fog, allowing us to see and think more clearly. This doesn't mean just doing less. It means being calm and present in the moment, letting our minds work more efficiently. So next time you're faced with a challenge, remember to take a deep breath and relax. This simple shift can open the door to solutions and creativity, propelling you towards your goals. Chapter 7 of Psycho-Cybernetics is titled, You Can Acquire the Habit of Happiness. In this chapter, Maxwell Maltz invites us to see happiness as a habit we can put on, just like glasses. It turns out our brains are pretty flexible. By creating habits, we're actually wiring our brains to react in certain ways. Happiness is no different. It's all about reinforcing positive pathways until there are go-to routes. Here's how it works. Start by recognizing the small joys and wins throughout your day. Whether it's the taste of your morning coffee or a smooth commute, acknowledging these moments can shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right. Building the habit of happiness doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges. Instead, it's about choosing to focus on and celebrate the positives, no matter how small. Over time, these choices add up, making happiness less of a fleeting emotion and more of a steady state. Chapter 8 of Psycho-Cybernetics is titled Ingredients of the Success, Type Personality, and How to Acquire Them. In this chapter, Maltz lays out several key traits that successful people tend to share. These aren't innate qualities, but skills and mindsets you can cultivate. Let's break them down, starting with confidence. Confidence is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Start small, maybe by speaking up more in meetings or tackling a project you've been hesitant about. Each step builds your confidence bit by bit. Next up, resilience. Resilient people don't dwell on failures. They learn from them and move forward. Remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. Being goal-oriented focuses your energy. Lastly, positivity. It's not about ignoring problems, but about approaching them with a positive mindset. This outlook can transform challenges into opportunities and inspire those around you. Developing a success-type personality is like cooking a special dish. It takes the right ingredients and a bit of time, but the results, absolutely worth it. Chapter 9 of Psycho-Cybernetics is titled The Failure Mechanism, How to Make It Work for You Instead of Against You. In this chapter, Maltz shows us how to turn our failures into stepping stones toward success. He introduces us to what he calls the failure mechanism, a set of mental habits that can lead us down the path of repeated mistakes and missed opportunities. But the good news, we can turn this mechanism around. First up, recognize the signs. Are you indulging in negative self-talk? Do you find yourself fearing the worst? These are clues that your failure mechanism is in play. Acknowledging these signs is the first step in taking control. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. By shifting your mindset from a failure to a learner, you transform obstacles into opportunities to improve. This is how you deactivate your failure mechanism and activate your success mechanism. Always remember that failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. By learning from each setback, you build resilience and wisdom. Chapter 10 of Psycho-Cybernetics is titled How to Remove Emotional Scars and Give Yourself an Emotional Facelift. In this chapter, Maltz teaches us how to give ourselves an emotional facelift. Let's learn how to heal and refresh our emotional selves. Emotional scars from past experiences can shape how we see ourselves and how we interact with the world. These scars often hold us back, but Maltz shows us that we can heal and move beyond them. It starts with forgiveness, not just forgiving others, but also forgiving ourselves. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting. It means releasing the pain associated with the memories. When we forgive, we reclaim the energy that was tied up in holding on to past hurts. Next, reshape your self-image by focusing on your strengths and successes. Every time a negative thought about your past mistakes comes up, counter it with a positive affirmation about your achievements, giving yourself an emotional face. Lift isn't just about healing